Entrepreneur. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How to Consistently Make Money Writing Articles, just like the Ultimate Insiders do, using this proven 3-step money-making blueprint. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sick and tired of staring at a blank computer screen and wondering what in the heck are you going to write about, and more importantly, how are you going to consistently make money by writing articles? Then entrepreneur, cheer up, because the following incredibly simple, battlefield-tested article writing system that you're about to be exposed to, it was created specifically for you. The non-techie, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be writing about, savvy entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, from this day forward, the only legitimate reason you're going to continue to struggle with money-making article writing is because you want to. Because the following proven 3-step instant content creation, article writing system that you're about to be exposed to, it's going to help you create content up to 300% faster and easier. Now, take a look at this. Let's suppose you go do the first step that most of your competition isn't doing, and that is all-important keyword research. So let's suppose you're in the travel industry and you go over and you do a search on the free Google keyword tool, which I understand they're supposed to be changing around, but still in all, you can still do the basic search there, even with the new platform that they're rolling out. So you go over there and you discover that the term South American vacations, this is a term that you want to write about. Now, notice it's 3 words, South American vacations, which means we consider this what we call a long tail keyword. And basically, anytime you have a keyword phrase that's more than 2 words, we consider the 3rd word and longer long tail keyword phrase. So with that said, you decide that South American vacations is something you want to write about. Now, once you get over to Google, take a look at this. It's getting 4,400 global searches, and that just means worldwide. And then you may not be able to tell because that arrow's kind of in the way there, but local monthly searches is 2,900. And by local, they're saying the country of origin that you're in. So for me, being in the United States, 2,900 people within the U.S. are searching that, but worldwide 4,400. So that term's getting a lot of traffic. But here's the first thing you got to realize when you do this research, entrepreneur. Look down here. Now, whatever that phrase was to the left over here, it's only getting 210 monthly searches. And look at this one down here. It's only getting 22. So that tells you right off the bat, you want to avoid both of those. Now, unlike your competitors who decide, hey, I like this, they're going to write about it, well, go ahead. But guess what? There's no demand for it. So if you want to know how you consistently make money with article writing, the first thing you do, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to find out where the demand is. With that said, a staggering 90% of your major competitors, they're neglecting to do the all-important preliminary keyword research. So they're just blogging or writing articles. That's not to be confused with article marketing. That's what you're learning right here. So, armed with that information, you decide, hey, South American vacations is getting enough traffic. This is worth your time. And it is. That's 4,400. That's a lot of eyeballs. So, armed with that information, here's the next part of your formula. You're going to use your specific keyword in the headline, entrepreneur. But now there's a very specific way you're going to do it. And you're going to learn it in the following formula. So pay close attention. You take the keyword and you lead with it. And then behind it, as a hook, you have the keyword and then the phrase X number of mistakes to avoid. You'll see an example. You don't have to use that specific phraseology, but I'm just showing you that for an example. So for example, South American vacations, the top 10 mistakes to avoid. Now you see how you're leading with your keyword there, South American vacations? And in this case, you're saying the top 10 mistakes. Now you don't have to use the word the. It could be top 10 mistakes to avoid, or it could be something else. If you wanted to go positive, you could go positive. But do you see how when somebody's searching for that, let's say you were writing in a trade magazine, or excuse me, a travel magazine, and the person that's thinking about South American vacations, they see that keyword first, guess what they're going to do? That's right. They're going to stop and take the time to read your particular article. And if you have a resource box which tells them for more information, or you have a nice little hook in there that sends them to a link, and they get over there and you're offering some kind of free information or whatever the case may be, there's a very good chance, entrepreneur, you're going to do some business, either building your list or make a sale, whatever. But the bottom line is you'll be attracting the specific eyeballs that you're trying to attract. Now, here's the next thing that's very important. Let's suppose you have less than 10 tips that you want to share. Then it's best to use an odd number. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't ask why, but this is market tested and proven. Odd numbers work best, with the exception of 10. You know, like David Letterman with the top 10, this and that. If you have 10, use 10. But if you have less than 10, let's say you have 8, then you still preface your information around the top 7, whatever. Then you list number 8 as a bonus. You see how that might work? Now, let's say you have 4 solid concepts. Then you preface your headline with 3, and you make number 4 a bonus. Or you simply write a 2-part article where you share the first 3, in other words, the odd number in part 1, and then the backup or part 2 article, that's where you share the remainder of them. So you want to use, if it's less than 10, you want to use odd numbers like 7, 5, or 3. But now, learn another powerful article marketing concept. Let's suppose you only have 1, but it's excellent. Then, entrepreneur, that's when you lead with the number 1 thing to avoid. Number 1 reason to. You see how that might work? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the difference between blogging and article marketing. Hopefully you see the difference. Now, here's your next formula. You take the keyword, you use the word, in this case, mistakes, and how to blank. You'll see why we're saying how to blank them in a second. But here's the formula. 10 key car buying mistakes and how to avoid them. So we're saying that car buying is our keyword in this particular example, and we're going to say mistakes and how to avoid them. Again, it might be 7 car buying mistakes and how to avoid them. The number 1 car buying mistake and how to avoid it. You see that? Now, again, go back to our original example. You might say South American vacations. The number 1 tourist attraction to see while you're there. So you see how, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not getting any new content creation ideas here, check your pulse, entrepreneur, because something's wrong. Now, here's your third formula, where you lead with the keyword. Then you have the word secrets, and then you follow with every blank should know. So it's keyword, the word secrets, exclamation point, then every blank should know. For example, 7 little known penny stock, and we're saying penny stock is our keyword here. 7 little known penny stock investment secrets every beginning penny stock investor should know. Now you see how that works? Now, just to show you something here, let's suppose you had a 2-part article, part 1, part 2. Entrepreneur, could you not create 2 short how-to videos? Now you got 4 pieces of content. Could you then not make an entire special report out of part 1 and part 2? That's your 5th piece of content. Then if you throw in a 30-minute podcast, you now have, let's suppose you're going to sell that special report for $17. Now you can add another $10 as an upsell and say to get the 30-minute or 60-minute audio information and the let's say if it's an interview, that's even better. Now you got a $27 product, but you make it a OTO, one time only special offer for just $7. Now you just created an irresistible offer. Do you see how this might work? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you see in this short period of time we spent together how powerful this particular strategy is, and how if you watch this video twice, you should be able to come up with 5 ideas for article marketing content. You know you got to do your keyword research, then you got to know you got to use it in your headline, but you're going to specifically use it with the keyword first, and then the formulas we just showed you here, and then you just simply go to the top 5 article distribution directories, and boom, you're off to the races. You're putting up content that you know for a fact has demand, people want it, and it's highly targeted. That's a recipe for success, entrepreneur. Well, with that said, for those of you who want to discover how to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, then entrepreneur, you need that free 9-page special report, and you know where to go to get it. youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We're looking forward to seeing you again next time on the Marketing Minute.